All right. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Jacqueline Russell on the MakeCode team, and this is
Cyan.
And today we're excited to host another episode of the Microsoft Store's Digital All-Stars show. And today we're super excited to be hosting Brandan Wright from the NBA on our show. Thanks so much.
How you guys doing today?
Hi, Brandan. We're good. We're just going to be coding here in our kitchen. So thanks so much, Brandan, for being on our show and for dedicating your time to helping kids learn to code at home while everyone's stuck here due to the quarantine around the coronavirus. So really appreciate you being here with us today.
I'm happy to be here and excited to keep learning about coding. This is not my first session with you guys, but it's my first session over the computer.
That's
which will
right.
Be a little bit different.
Virtual.
In person.
Yeah, virtual session.
Coding. Exactly.
Great. So I wonder if you could kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So basically, I've been a basketball player my whole life. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, and I went to North Carolina, Chapel Hill. I went there for 1 year. Got drafted in the NBA to Golden State Warriors, and I played professionally for the last 12 years. And the last couple years I've been out with an injury, but been rehabbing, and hopefully I'll be back on the court next year. Who knows what's going to happen with all the leagues and stuff being shut down. But in my free time, I like to hang out with you guys and learn something new. And hopefully I can teach you something about some basketball, and you can teach me a little bit about coding.
Love it. Yeah. So you mentioned the Golden State Warriors. What other basketball teams have you played for?
I played for Golden State my first 4 years, and then the preceding 4 years I played for Dallas, and then I kind of bounced around a little bit. I went to Boston for a couple months, and I played for Phoenix for about 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
And was in Memphis for about 3 years, and the last team I played with was Houston, was for a short time. So I've seen a lot of cities, been to a lot of teams, but enjoyed myself.
What was your favorite?
Each city offers something different. I really enjoyed my time in all of those places because, I'm from the South, so I didn't see a lot of the country growing up. And then getting to the NBA, I was able to hit almost every major city. But every city has something great that I appreciated. No dislike in any of the cities. I enjoyed myself and learned something new at all those places.
Great. Awesome. So we're going to be coding a video game today. And so we were curious to know, do you have a favorite video game? I know Cyan's favorite video game is Minecraft. But did you have a favorite video game growing up, Brandan?
I was a Super Mario type of person.
Okay.
I love the NCAA football series. Hopefully we can get that back going. And recently I've been playing a lot of Xbox. I'm a Madden fan.
Nice.
So play that. When I was younger, I used to play games all the time. Game Boy, Sega Genesis. Anything I can get my hands on. But now I'm mostly Xbox. Little PS4, but mostly Xbox.
Cool. Yeah. My favorite game growing up was Miss Pac-Man. I was always at the arcades playing with that. So another question for you, Brandan. Now that everyone's kind of stuck at home, with the coronavirus, how have you been able to sort of keep in shape and keep, you're a professional athlete. What do you do to maintain your fitness?
I'm fortunate enough to have tons of equipment at home. I could go on hours and hours and hours about the technology and equipment and all the stuff I have here. Basically, you can just do anything. You can do push-ups, sit-ups. You can do body weight squats. You can always go for a run, depending on the weather. It's been raining a lot here, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
It has a lot, but I mean, you can do those type of things. I mean, I pretty much wake up every day, eat breakfast, work out, and go about the rest of my day. But like I said, I'm fortunate enough to have equipment in my house: kettlebells, bands, mats. All the things that I need to stay in shape. And I guess you could say I was built for a time like this.
Yeah, that's great. We just have like one elliptical machine downstairs that that Daddy uses, right? No one else uses. And so, we were talking right before we went live about the very unusual wall sculpture you have behind you. Do you want to tell our viewers a little bit something about that wall sculpture?
Yeah, it's a cool shark. It's
very
a story
cool.
behind it too. A couple years ago, we went down, me and my buddy, my strength and conditioning trainer, we went down to South Florida just to get away for a little bit. And we actually both caught a shark that day. And that is a rare event to catch 2 sharks in one day, let alone 1 shark. So we caught 2 sharks that day. And the company in South Florida that we use to get the boat and go out, they have a rule that if you catch a shark, they will send you a replica to your home. So I was able to catch a 7.5 foot, 350-pound shark. And they were able to send a replica. So to put that in perspective, I am 6'10", 250 pounds, and the shark is 7.5 feet, 350 pounds.
Wow.
And that was one of the toughest struggles I ever had physically. It took all the energy out of me. It usually takes about 3 to 4 hours to get them in, and I got mine in 30 minutes, and I was completely exhausted. I was dead tired. I had to go lay down. Felt sick. I was drenched in sweat. I mean, obviously, it was in the middle of the summer in Florida, so it was 90 plus degrees. But it was a fun time. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
That's incredible. That's a huge beast. All right, so let's pivot and talk a little bit about the coding activity that we're going to do today. Just from your perspective, and I know you have a foundation, Brandan, why do you think it's important for kids to learn these types of technology skills?
I mean, I think it's the future. You have your daughter here, and I've met so many kids over the past 2-3 years that it's impressive to me to see kids learning these things. And I mean, it's with everything you do. In the future, it'll be related to this type of technology. So, I'm here willing to learn, and I can't wait to get my daughters involved with it, even though they're a little bit too young to experience it. But I mean, it's a great thing, and our youth is getting so much more and more smarter each and every day. I love it. Yeah,
no, it's great. And Cyan's probably sick of me trying to get her to code all the time, but she's very good. So what we're going to be doing today is creating a basketball free throw video game with MakeCode Arcade. But first, I thought that Brandan could kind of teach us a little bit about basketball. And can you explain to us what is a free throw? What is it?
So you get a free throw. I can kind of break it down.
Okay.
Dummy terms per se. So you get a free throw when a violation occurs, a foul, a technical foul, or it's a free shot. So you're 15 feet away from the basket. You usually get 1 or 2 shots depending on the situation. There's no defense. Obviously, there's a lot of crowd noise, and you got people standing around the lane line. But you have an opportunity. That's why it's called a free shot, free throw. It's a free shot, an opportunity to score 1 point or 2 points for your team, and it's supposed to be the easiest shot in the game. But not even the professionals can make all of those.
Yeah, lots of pressure, I'm sure. So we're gonna put a little bit of pressure on Cyan. She's gonna demonstrate a free throw for us. And Brandan, I wondered if you could kind of help coach her on her technique and her stance while she's doing this. So we've got this basket hoop set up. I don't know if you can see it here.
I can see it.
Okay, so we've got this basket set up, and she's dribbling this ball here. And so, Cyan, do you want to line up for your shot, and maybe Brandon can kind of tell you, what she's doing. So she's bending. Are you bending your knees? Okay. Let me move this.
So just put your feet shoulder width apart. This is what I would just teach if you were just teaching the basics.
Okay.
Shoulder width apart.
Shoulder width apart. That's good. Okay.
We kind of take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, relax your legs, relax your back. Kind of make sure everything is not loose but not too tensed.
Okay.
Lock in on the basket. You just take a look at the basket.
Yeah.
And you just raise up and shoot. No pressure. Just relax. Just let it go.
Oh dear. Okay.
That's all right. You were close.
So now she's jumping. Do you jump when you throw it?
Well, everyone has a different technique, and usually, I would say 95% of people don't jump.
Okay.
But you do have some people that do jump. So if you were playing in a real game and you were using a real court, you can't step on the line. If you step on the line, the referee will call a violation, and the shot won't even count, even if it goes in.
Oh,
so
wow.
Usually you just bend your knees like you're doing like a kind of a quarter squat, and you just up and release. That's better right there. There you go.
Okay, that's better.
There you go. It just takes practice, and it's like anything else. Coding, free throws, just takes time to learn.
Oh, almost.
That
one almost went in. Okay, we want to try one more time, and then we're gonna. Oh well. Okay, it's tough. It's very tough. She was practicing earlier too, and we couldn't quite get it either. So this is why you're not a professional basketball player yet. But if you work hard, maybe one day. All right. So let's pivot into coding. Now, for those people who are going to be following along with us, you can do so just in a web browser. So if you want to go to arcade.makecode.com, you can just type it into a web browser here, arcade.makecode.com. And you'll get to a website that looks like this. And this is the arcade website. And this is where we're going to be coding our game. So on this web page, there's lots of different tutorials and projects and game examples that you can choose from. So the one that we're going to be, that Cyan's going to be coding today is this tutorial here, this free throw basketball tutorial. So if everyone is on this website, arcade.makecode.com, go ahead and click on this, on the tutorials. You'll see the tutorials row here. If you click on this free throw tutorial here, you'll open it up and then click Start Tutorial. And then it will open up this tutorial, and it's going to give us sort of step-by-step instructions on how to code this, this free throw basketball game. You can see in the little GIF there what the game will look like. So it looks like a sort of a basketball half court, and you have to shoot the baskets into the basketball hoop. Does this look pretty realistic, Brandon, or what do you think?
This is pretty realistic.
Okay.
This looks pretty good for especially when you just popped it open. It looks pretty good.
Okay, great. So this is what we're gonna build today. So if everyone is here, go ahead and click the next button on the right side of the screen to get to the first step. And it says, from the scene toolbox drawer, drag a set background image block onto the workspace. So Cyan, can you tell us what that?
It's gonna be in scene. Because it's dark. It's dark blue, and this is dark blue.
Good idea. So, yeah. So grab that block
and place it in the on start.
Oh, okay. Put it into the on start, and then what does it say?
Set the background image.
Okay. Click on the gray oval to open the image editor and draw half a basketball court. So Brandon, we may need your help for this. Oops.
All right.
So first of all, let's maybe pick a color for the court. Yeah. Like that color?
Cool color?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. That's pretty close to like wood color, you know?
Yeah. Or we could do yellow. I don't know. Maybe it might be too bright.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do any color really. Just the main thing is to hopefully keep the lines black or dark.
Okay.
So black.
So you'll notice what we did there. We picked a color like this gray color here, and we went to this fill tool, this sort of paint bucket dripping tool.
And that'll make the whole screen.
And then when you click in, it makes everything that same color.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so now the lines, the lines are black, did you say, Brandon?
Yeah, let's use black. Let's go black.
Let's go black. Okay, so we're going to pick black.
Don't do it with the fill tool.
Don't do it with the fill tool, otherwise we'll fill it all in black. So what should we do? We should do the pencil tool, right? Okay, let's pick the pencil tool. And maybe let's make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use this medium here. So I clicked on the medium. All right, so Cyan, you want to draw this? So Brandon, the lines, how can you explain how the lines go?
Yeah, so you can do, if we're going to do the lane line, that works perfect right there.
Okay.
So you can just come across, and we can actually use the bottom of the box to be like the half court or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have to necessarily write another line in there.
Okay.
And that works right there. That works perfect.
Okay.
And then we can go to the top of the screen and do like a nice, this charge circle right there.
Oh, what's that? Oh, that's where the
okay. So if you are inside of that circle, you have to you can't take a charge. Like somebody can't run you over.
Oh, really?
You have to go straight up vertical with your hands, or they'll call a foul on you.
Okay, so you can't steal the ball from someone else in the circle?
Well, you can steal it from them, but you just can't. You can't really get a foul in there. It's tough unless somebody just completely just lowers their head and just bulldoze you. But yeah, so that's important. That's important. It depends on what league you're in. I mean, high school has a different rule, and college is a little bit different, but the NBA is also different. So that works. And then we can do like a little basket or something like that. We can do that a different color. Maybe it's use orange for.
Yeah. Let's so the basket is going to be a sprite.
Yeah.
So this is just for the background, but what else are you going to draw here? What is that?
Yeah, you can put any type of design in there.
Where's our free throw line is what I want to know.
The free throw line is the line under the black line she just drew.
Okay, so this back down here. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So another important thing too about free throw is so go right in the middle of that line.
Yeah.
It's something called the nail.
Okay.
Which is symmetrically right between. It's perfect in between the two lines on the side of you. So that helps you line up.
Line up so right directly in front of the basket then.
Exactly. Okay. Directly in front of the basket. So if you go on a basketball court and you're trying to get lined up, and that's what I use, you will use the nail to get yourself centered. Some people get on top of it. Some people use their left or their right to find where they need to go. But that is crucial for helping people, get lined up correctly and to make sure they can make their shots.
Okay. And it looks like Cyan's drawn this nail all the way out to the basket. So
and that's actually fine too because sometimes in practice coaches will lay down tape to symbolize cutting the court in half.
Huh.
That can help you with like defense and offensive sets and how far you need to go over to help on defense or do something on offense. So that can be really helpful too, especially for a beginner.
Okay, good. So this will help us win the game then, I hope. So
It will.
yeah, great. so once we're done drawing the basketball court, go ahead and click the green done button here. Yep. And then let's go to the next step in this tutorial. And notice that it's all of a sudden shown here, right? This is our little Game Boy kind of game console area. So this is going to show us how our game is shaping up to look like. So, all right, that looks like a beautiful basketball court. It's a modern theme. Okay, what? So now what does it say? From the Sprites toolbox drawer, drag a set my sprite block and drop it after set background image. Okay, so this is our player sprite, I guess. So it says click on the gray oval to open the sprite image editor and select a sprite from the gallery. So can you go a little bit slower so people can see? Yeah.
So see this gallery button at the top? You click on that and then it just has a bunch of people.
It has a bunch of different sprites you can use for our player. So if you want to scroll down maybe and see if there's a sprite that you want to use. Oops. So gallery, and then see the scroll bar. Yeah, just, do you see any that you like?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, are we going for the kitty? Okay.
Yeah.
This is a basketball kitty cat. All right, cool. So, and then we see our little cat appear on the screen.
Our cat
there.
is attacking the basketball court.
Okay.
And trying to shoot baskets.
Trying to shoot baskets. Nice.
Cat attacking the rim. Okay.
Have you ever seen a cat on a basketball court, Brandon?
Not on a basketball court. They frequently interrupt NFL games from time to time, but I haven't seen one
nice
inside of an arena or on a basketball court.
I've heard of a turkey attacking the players on a football field.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean you can get a lot of wild animals, when it comes to NFL games and high school and college. They can just fly. They can just get in the facilities pretty easy, but usually it's a little bit tougher to get inside a basketball arena.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's indoors. All right, so let's go to the next step. It looks like we're good here. And then what does it say? From the Sprites toolbox drawer, drag a set sprite position block. So where's the set sprite position?
Set, I guess.
Sprite, yeah, that's it. And then drop it underneath the set sprite block. Okay. And then it says click on the X coordinate and using the coordinate picker, select a location at the bottom of the screen.
All right.
So, but we actually have to use this thing to select a place. So we want the kitty cat to start at the very bottom of the screen, right?
So right, like here?
So yeah, you can put her in the middle. Yeah, maybe like right there. Okay, so then she's behind the free throw line, which is what we really care about, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Do you want to go to the next? All right, so now from the Sprites toolbox drawer, drag a set Sprite Velocity. So do you know what velocity is, Cyan?
Something in science, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so velocity is the speed and direction that our sprite is moving. So, and then let's look at the instructions. What does it say? Since we only want the player to move horizontally, we're going to set the VY value to be 0, the VY value. So what's the difference between X and Y here? Do you know?
Is that, what is this? Okay. What am I doing? Like this? Wait.
So, no, so this is the VX value.
Yeah, so.
And then this is the VY value.
So the VY value. What am I seeing?
So X means the X coordinates, which is kind of left to right. And Y is the Y coordinates, which go up and down.
So we're going to set that to right.
So let's put this back to 50. And then, so this one is the one we want to set to what? 0?
0.
Okay. So that way, so we're saying that we want our sprite to move left and right, but not up and down. So, yep. Oh, but what happened?
It kept going left.
What happened to our little kitty cat?
It went off the screen. It didn't go right. No. Goodbye, kitty cat. Goodbye.
That's right. It went
It's still going.
right off the screen. Oh dear.
It's
So
still going.
still going. Still going to the right. So we need to fix that, don't we?
Yes.
So let's see. Maybe the next step will tell us how to fix that. Yep. It says, notice in the game console window that our player actually moves off the screen. Oh dear.
Goodbye, kitty.
So let's see. We need a property. We need to set this property bounce on wall. So Brandon, has there been any occasions where players have bounced off the wall?
Not unless they're forced to bounce off the wall.
Or like where players have dived off the court and maybe into the crowds
yeah,
or
that
something?
happens all the time. I mean, you see a lot of spillage and popcorn and Cokes and waters and
Yeah.
people get ran over. It can actually be pretty dangerous for the fan and for the player.
Yeah. I bet. It's
Yay! No, why is it going
Okay.
off?
yeah, so now,
Yes.
oh, there we go. So if you saw what Cyan did, she went to the Sprites toolbox drawer and she got this block that's this,
No, you did that.
yeah, set sprite and screen. And then we set this bounce on wall property. So, and maybe, you know, maybe it might be safer in basketball arenas if they put walls, maybe like rubber walls so the players bounced off of it.
Rubber? That would hurt.
Oh, okay. So like what?
Like pillow walls.
Pillows. Brandon, what do you
Pillow
think?
wall.
Pillow walls?
I mean, I would hope guys could slow down without hitting walls or hitting fans.
All right. So great. So we've got our player character. She's behind the free throw line and she's moving to the back and forth, bouncing off of the walls.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
All right, let's go to the next one. So now I think we want our basketball hoop. So it says, go from the Sprites toolbox drawer, drag another set sprite block, so the very top one, and drop it after, yep, right there. And this time we're going to draw an image of a basketball hoop. So we may need Brandon's guidance on this. So what...
You can just do like a little small circle at the top of the screen, right? Like,
okay.
Right across from the nail.
Okay. Are you doing a circle? What?
No,
Yeah, it can be really, really tiny.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be that big.
Okay. So this, oh, I see. So it's half of a hoop is what you're drawing here, it looks like.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be a tough game because it's small, right? It'll be tough to get the basketball in this hoop.
Well, I know the thing that we did before, didn't I?
That's true, you did. So you could still win. Nice. That looks like a great hoop. So when you're done with that, go ahead and click this green done button. And then there's our basketball hoop. Okay.
But it's in the center of
It's in the center, yes. So let's see what they tell us in this tutorial. Oh wait, before we position it, it's saying we need to click on the player from the kind drop-down menu and add a new kind. Oops.
You just took it off, Mommy.
Sorry.
Why'd you do that?
Let's put it back in. Okay. So click on this player kind, and we're going to add a new kind.
Add a new kind.
Yeah, new kind of sprite. And we're going to call it, what, hoop?
Hoop.
Yeah. So, H-O-O-P. Perfect. Okay. So now we have our basketball hoop. We've got the image, and we've got the kind of sprite it is, which is a basketball hoop. Let's go to the next. Okay, so from the sprites toolbox drawer, drag a set sprite position. Okay, so this is where we're gonna place our basketball hoop. So go to the sprites toolbox drawer. Do you see the set sprite position block? It's the second one. Nope, not that one. Yep.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, that one.
And I'm going to delete this one.
Yep. And did everyone see how Cyan deleted code? So if you want to delete blocks, what do you do?
Drag it over here, and it shows this garbage bag.
That's right.
But I do not want to delete this one.
We do not want to delete this one, yeah.
Ah!
Okay. What happened?
The kitty is going on the
Yeah.
ceiling!
Do you know why?
Because it's set to the
That's
my
right.
Sprite.
So which
I
sprite
need
do we want?
My Sprite 2, I guess.
My Sprite 2, which is our basketball hoop. Right.
Where's the hoop? It disappeared.
Okay. So now
The hoop disappeared.
yeah, it's in the very corner. You can't see it because it's 0, 0.
Oh.
So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the kitty cat, right? And where are we gonna put it? Brandon, where's the best place to place this hoop?
Just right across from the purple line, all the way at the top.
Okay.
So right down the center.
Right down the center. Okay.
Oh.
I
too
think
high.
it might be too high. Yeah. So maybe a little bit lower. Oh, I think you need to go
Here we
even
go.
lower. Yeah.
All right.
I see the little white part of it.
It's getting hotter.
Okay, maybe a little bit lower and a little bit more to the middle, like right here.
Yeah.
How about that? Maybe a little bit further away?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let's make this like 7 or 8. How's
There we
that?
go.
Is that good?
That's awesome.
Okay, that works.
Yeah,
Does
that'll
that work, Brandon?
That'll work.
Okay.
That'll definitely work.
All
It
right.
doesn't shoot basketballs.
No, we have to code that. We haven't coded that yet, right?
No basketballs!
So
No!
let's go to the next.
Basketballs!
Let's go to the next step. Okay, so from the controller toolbox drawer, drag an on button pressed block onto the workspace and click on the A drop down menu to select any button. So what does this do, Cyan? Do you know what this piece of code does?
It makes it so if you click any button, something will happen.
Perfect. Okay. All right. And you can put this anywhere on your workspace. It doesn't have to be connected to this on start.
It shouldn't be connected.
It shouldn't be. Okay, good. All right. So this is the basketball hoop that we're going to be, or the basketball that we're going to be shooting at the hoop, right? That's right. So it says, from the sprites toolbox drawer, drag a set projectile block. Okay, can you find the set projectile block from the sprites toolbox?
Set. So these are the sets.
Set projectile this time. So
Projectile.
Yep,
I can't see the projectile.
right here, just down
Oh,
below.
yes,
Yeah,
there.
that
Okay.
one. So grab that guy,
And put it there.
put it there. That's right. And I'm going to move this a little bit so people can see it a little bit more.
Ah!
Okay.
We don't want to duplicate it.
No, we don't want to duplicate it, but all right. Maybe that's a little bit too zoomed out. All right. So now what does it say? Click on the gray oval to open the sprite image editor and draw an image of a basketball. Now there is a tool here. So what color, we don't have a basketball in the gallery. What color do you think a basketball should be? Brandon?
Orange.
Simple, just orange little circle.
Orange little circle. Now, notice there's this little circle tool here. You want to try using that? No, not that one. The one right above it. Yeah, the circle tool. So see if you can maybe draw a basketball using the circle tool. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Maybe I should, I'm going to try that again.
Okay.
Okay.
You can hit the undo. There's an undo down at the bottom to undo anything that you've done.
All right.
So the circle tool, it starts in the middle of the circle. So position your cursor where you want the middle of the circle to be.
Right here.
Okay. Now start drawing. Yeah, okay. That looks good.
I think this one.
Okay. And then do you want to use the fill tool
Yep.
to fill it in? What color? Orange. Okay.
And then we need to do the black stuff.
Okay. Now remember you're still on fill tool.
Oh, okay.
So maybe click
Marker.
on the pencil marker. Okay.
Marker, pencil thingy, mobobber.
So Brandon, how many lines are there on a basketball?
That is a good question. I do not know the exact answer for it.
Maybe
Just put a couple on. You put a couple on here.
couple on here. Okay.
Just to demonstrate.
Orange, orange, orange. All right.
Okay.
Orange and black and yes and that and that.
So how
Yeah,
many?
that'll look good right there.
That looks good. Okay. And how many basketballs do you own personally?
I actually only own 3 right now.
Oh wow.
So the NBA balls, like when you use them, you can't use them forever. The leather wears down.
Oh, is that
So-
right? Okay.
And so after you know practice with them so much and they keep going through the net, the leather wears down. So they turn into like smooth marbles. So you can't continue to play with them and get really really slick. So I just
I'm
I
still
just
not
sign them and
shooting
give
the
them away.
basketballs.
Okay. So that's good to know. Basketballs have a lifetime. They wear out after a while.
They do wear out after a while. You would like to get a new one after you put a lot of work in on them.
All right. So we just clicked the next button on our tutorial. So Cyan was saying that, like, notice that the basketballs, when we press any button, basketballs are shooting in the wrong direction, right?
He's like, I'm going to murder you, crowd.
Our kitty cat's throwing the basketballs into the crowd. So we don't want that because we don't want to hurt our fans, right? Who are watching our basketball
watching
game.
me, you.
Okay, so
Stop it.
what we want to do here is set the Vx value to 0 and the Vy value to -100. So remember we talked about velocity before, and the Vx means which side, which direction, right?
Vx means Vy means this way.
That's right,
Vx
up and down.
means this way.
And Vx means horizontally, right? So we're setting this time we're setting it to be 0 because we want the basketball to travel up and down, right? And right now when the Vy is 100, it's going down, right? We don't want that. So we should do it the opposite value, which is -100. Okay. Now let's try it. Hit any key here. Yeah. Okay, this is good.
There we go.
This is the direction we want the basketballs to travel, right?
Here we go.
Nice.
Close.
Getting close. Yeah. So now the
I
only
hit
thing
the hoop, but
the only thing we haven't coded anything to happen when we actually get the basketballs into the hoop. So that's I
it
think
just shoots basketballs.
Yep. I think that's our next step. So now what does it say? From the Sprites toolbox drawer, drag in an on sprite overlaps block. Oh, I have a feeling I know what we're going to be doing here. So you can put that anywhere. Let's put it down here so people can see it. Yep. All right. So, and we can place it anywhere on our workspace. I'm just pulling it up here so people can see. And then what does it say? Click on both the player kind drop-down menus. Change one to projectile and the other to hoop. Okay, so do you see these player drop-down menus here.
We're going to choose
Projectile for 1, which is going to be our what?
kitty.
No.
Basket.
Basketballs. And what? Hoop. What's that going to be?
The hoop.
The hoop, right. So
The
what
hoop
is this?
going to be the hoop.
So what does this block do? What does this
It makes
code do?
it so that if when the sprite touches the hoop,
Which sprite?
The basketball touches the hoop,
That's right.
something will happen.
Something will happen. All right. That sounds good. And then last step in this tutorial, from the game toolbox drawer, drag a game over block into the on sprite overlaps block. So, and then change it to win. So let's see what happens now. Cyan, do you want to play this? And I'm going to go full screen with our game console, and to do that you can just click on this launch in full screen button here, and then we have our game in full screen. So Cyan's going to play this, try and get the basketballs into the hoop. Hooray!
There we go, we won.
We won. So we may have to work on your free throws in real life, but certainly your video game free throws are quite good.
There you go.
All right, so again, if people want to do this tutorial themselves, they can just go to arcade.makecode.com. So we can share our game. So we'll just have this URL here, which you can play our game that we built with Brandon here. And so just to wrap up, Brandon, thank you so much for spending this time with us, helping us code a basketball video game. Do you have any other last words or tips or advice for all the kids out there who are kind of studying at home right now?
Just stay active, stay positive, listen to the people who are leading you, your parents, your guardians, and just, continue to keep your mind working. I know it's a little bit tougher, you're not being in school and stuff like that, but just, stay positive and keep yourself active, try not to, go into a brain fog, we'll get past all of this stuff.
That's great advice. Thank you again for joining us on this Microsoft Store's Digital All-Stars stream, and extra special thanks to you, Brandon, for coming on the show, sharing your amazing basketball skills, and learning to code with us today.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate her taking us through it and showing us some new skills.
That's right. Thank you, Cyan. All right, everyone. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We'll be back next week with another episode of Digital All-Stars. Thanks.
Bye.